This is Bundy Rub, Super Saturday live on Fox League. We're headed north to Queensland Country Bank Stadium for a clash between the Cowboys and the Raiders, followed by our blockbuster tonight, the Sea Eagles and the Panthers in Game 3. This is a big game, though, for the travelling Canberra Raiders. Long flight north today from the ACT to arrive in Townsville for this clash against the Cowboys. Quick turnaround to head back as well tonight, right after the game. And they'll be keen to get off to a bright opening today to make sure there's no lethargy after the travels to get to North Queensland earlier this afternoon. Here's their lineup, the same lineup named earlier in the week. Jordan Rapiner taking the place of Chance Nickel-Klokstad in the fullback position. No changes there on the bench. Whiten and Williams once again the in-form halves combination. What to look forward to in this clash in Townsville, Braith?
Yeah, there sure is. The Raiders, 7 wins, 4 losses this year. They've won the past couple of games, being the Sydney Roosters and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. So they've got a couple of big scalps there. The Cowboys are desperate. Their defence this year has been ordinary. 14th in the competition. They've conceded the most line breaks. You can see their Hampton coming into the side in jersey number 19. Molo also starting, which brings Asiard onto the bench for the Cowboys. The shining light has been Tabuai Fidow, who has been impressive with his few starts for the side. Josh Henne barking orders, trying to get his side focused to try and get a victory here at home. I mean, to state the obvious was they've got to win tonight's game, and they can't afford to lose too many in the next few weeks.
3 wins, 8 losses coming into tonight for the home side North Queensland Cowboys. Josh Henne, of course, taking over from Paul Green as the head coach. He firmly believes he's the man for the job longer term, and a big performance tonight against last year's grand finalists would certainly help his cause in being perhaps the man to take that job on a full-time basis, ongoing beyond the end of 2020. Jordan McLean back tonight. The big front rowers had a calf muscle issue. As you mentioned, John Asiata on the bench as well, returning for the first time since round 4. He's been out with a fairly significant knee injury. There will be Jared Croker, who leads the Cowboys down the tunnel before both teams form up in the boomerang formation on the field. John Bateman is back. First time we've seen him in action for the Raiders since last year's grand final. What an addition to this team between now and the finals in 2020 he is.
It's huge. I mean, Bateman, what a season he had last year. As you can see there, 23 games, 5 tries. His ability to break tackles, 68 tackle busts. Unorthodox player, really hard to handle for defensive sides. And he can come up with big plays when they need them. So a great addition just to start that run into the finals. And if he can get some form, he'll be leaving, obviously, next year. So he'd want to go out on a great note.
Headed back to the UK Super League to link up with the Wigan Warriors in 2021. He's created plenty of headlines, hasn't he, John Bateman, without having played a game so far this season. The Cowboys, tremendous Indigenous jerseys for this round, designed by local artist William Chambers, tells the story of the sea turtle, a marine animal held in the highest regard by North Queensland Indigenous communities, and let out today by the 18-year-old fullback from Cairns of Torres Strait Island and Samoan descent, with his family in the stands here at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Hamiso Tabuai Fidow. His heritage runs all the way back to Sabai Island, and the tribe in the Torres Strait Islands, some 100 kilometres north of Cape York. It's only a couple of k's off the south coast of Papua New Guinea, in fact, but it is, of course, part of Torres Strait Island. And 2 teams, they form up in the boomerang formation as the traditional custodians welcome both teams in their welcome to country.
I see people of Rab, Gurrumbulbara, Yunban and Milden. My country, Townsville and Magnetic Island. I'd like to pay my respects to my elders past, present and emerging. I'd like to also pay my respects to all the traditional owners of the lands on which the NRL play on. I'd like to welcome you here today for the NRL Indigenous round, Cowboys vs Raiders. The Wulgarukaba people are known as the Canoe people, and we've lived here for many generations. And on this place, this stadium is built, it's called Gundulu, which is Sandridge. So thank you very much and welcome.
For deadly choices, this is the Indigenous round. Make some noise for our North Queensland.
And we are ready for a start. Queensland Country Bank Stadium on the land of the Wulgurukaba people. And Jason Taumalolo will be hard to handle here today. We heard Ricky Stewart talking about how to best combat his charges in the pre-game show just a moment ago. And one of those tactics, quite obviously, Braith, is for teams to work him over defensively and make him rack up a lot of tackles when the Cowboys haven't got the ball.
Well, you've got to try and make him tired so you can make him less effective, which is easier said than done. Good luck to the Raiders. If they can do that, they win the game.
We are underway here in Towns with the kickoff going down to Jake Clifford, partnered in the halves today by Ben Hampton, making his first appearance in the halves for some time for the Cowboys. You have to go all the way back to 2018. Last time he was in either the 7 or the 6. Taumalolo playing. It comes from Robson. Across to Cohen Hess here. And that left edge once again for Josh Hannay today. Robson out of dummy half. Put them on the board early a couple of weeks ago in that big loss, as it turns out, to the Roosters with an opening try from dummy half. He will be a real threat once again. An offload here. Robson cleaning up, gives it to Taumalolo. He runs towards White and the ball put down there. Clifford leaving it behind him, and the Raiders get a chance here through White and diving on it.
Backlock Cowboys and then knock on. No, I've got backlock Cowboys. Would you like to challenge it?
Maybe a call here. Watch it again. As Whiten came down with it and then lost it just there. Backwards off the Cowboys was the call, and it will be a knock-on against Canberra.
Yeah, quite easy meters there for the Cowboys, which is promising signs for them. A little bit loose around the ruck in their first set of 6 in defence for the Raiders. The offload wasn't on, but still making plenty of meters and a great opportunity here early.
Keep that tunnel clear. Put him in, head in, Reece, head in. Out.
Chance inside Raiders territory to begin with here, and here is Hampton. Play it for Robson, who comes to McLean. He's missed 4 of the past 5 games for the Cowboys with his calf muscle problem. Welcome inclusion today for him. It's Taumalolo. Comes towards Hudson Young. Got some help there from Whitehead. Only just outside the 10 with a new set. Set restart there. The whistle will sound. There it is. Francis Molo, having just extended his time with the club for another season. He'll be here until the end of 2021. He plays it 5 metres out. Robson from dummy half, and there it is. He caught out the Roosters a couple of weeks ago. He does it again here to the Raiders from close range.
And it's his 5th try of the season. He loves it. If there's an opportunity, he pounces Robson out of dummy half. He's been one of their best players. He loves running out of dummy half. Now, the Canberra Raiders to start this game have been very passive. It's only the 2nd set, but they have had no speed of the line, and the contact has been poor. And Reece Robson has taken full advantage of that to get the first try of the afternoon.
Breath of fresh air in the number 9 jersey. He has been this year for the Cowboys. 5th try of his career, all of them coming in 2020, and it's had to be no surprise to the Raiders given what he did against the Roosters, that from that range, first chance he got, he was going to back himself. Yeah, without doubt. He loves it. Was out of dummy half. He's got really good vision. He's hard to handle. He's quick. He's got good footwork, but he's quite strong, and even when he's got players around him, he can carry 1 or 2 defenders over. The try line on this occasion was quite simple. The space opened, and it was just Rapana who was in front of him. But it is a concern that that first 2 sets of defensive sets for Canberra were quite ordinary. As we mentioned before kickoff, long day for the Raiders to fly all the way to North Queensland. Ricky Stewart was worried about a slow beginning, and that's exactly what they have here from right in front. No mistake for Kyle Phelps, and the concerned look on the Raiders coach's face. They just look a little bit low on energy. I mean, this, as you can see, Dadamas Louis only had eyes for McLean and Taumalolo.
quite a simple try. And we just got to keep an eye on the Raiders' energy levels for this set and see if they bounce back and react to that poor start. That's what Ricky Stewart will be looking for.
Do it over again here. Jordan Rapiner in the fullback role, supplying the kickoff. Awkward catch in the end for the hammer. W.I. Fido coming up with it eventually, and McLean to play it here, just inside the Cowboys 20 from Robson. Goes to Taumalolo, met there by Papali, and also John Bateman. And for his starch in defence, but more so his ball playing, his kicking skills. He really is the full package, the Englishman. What a welcome return it is for him in this run to the finals as Molo. Good carry here, looking for an offload, takes it across the halfway line on just 4 plays. Here's a kick for Hampton. Just waited in behind them. On the full, though, to Rapiner, who will look up, sees Robson leading the chase. Also there was Shane Wright, and they've got him pinned inside his own 20. Good set, off the back of points for the home side. Here's Valame going sideways here, and they drive him back some 4 or 5.
You can already see the difference in intensity from both sides and their speed of the line. Cowboys looking sharp early.
The big Papa Bear, Josh Papali. He's enormous in that win against the Roosters at the SCG. In round 10, Hunter Young takes it across the halfway line with this new set. As Avili works from dummy half, comes to Whiten, shows it on the outside, but takes the tackle there of Wright and also Taumalolo. Williams. An Englishman to Englishman. Bateman. There's another tackle there of Jordan McLean. They'll play it midfield here. 30 metres out. It goes to Williams once again. Comes towards Hampton. Pops a ball out the back. After the call of held.
It should be play on here. Should be just to play the ball. He called hurl just before Williams threw the pass.
For a moment with the whistle blowing as it did, potentially it sounded like they was going to say it was a knock on against the Raiders, but we continue on here. That's, I think, the correct call. Is Young inside the 20, plays it, quick play the ball as well, and now Whiten showing it, slipping slightly. And the service is fairly chopped up once again at this end of the stadium. Whiten playing it, and that was the changeover.
Yeah, Whiten's only touched the ball a couple of times and he's looked to run it, so intentions are clear early for Jack. Slipped over a couple of times, but I love that his first thought is run.
Fairly firm surface again here in Townsville. It does mark up pretty easily, doesn't it, for Cooch? Play it through Lemuelu. It's back to Taumalolo. There's a 10 short of the halfway line. Robson back to the short side from McLean. Good leaders there. The former international front rower. Robson again for Clifford. Whitehead chasing out. Rapiner here. First game for a long while in the fullback position. The previous 4 occasions he's played fullback for the Raiders, they lost all 4 games. Game number 5 here today, but his first in 5 long seasons. We'll see how he fares this afternoon. Curtis Scott back in the side today. Been missing for some time with an arm infection. Given the all clear late in the week. We're part of this team. Trip to Townsville. Williams to play it from Bateman. Scott once again. Keen for work here after a break from the NRL. Avili. For Papali. Drop down there, good tackle around the legs by Molo. Here's White. Put it in the air. Good left. Some pressure here on Kyle Felt coming across. Croker was there as ever, leading the kick chase for the Raiders, but Felt up above them, the aerial specialist. He makes the catch, and the Cowboys to work it away. 8 minutes gone in Townsville. The second of 3 games today on Bundy Rum Super Saturday. The Cowboys on top early, 6 points to 0. Good catch again. Bateman there as well, coming across the field, looking to put some pressure on the winger. Francis Molo will play it here for Robson. Pass wide there for Taumalolo, trying to move the ball around and mix up things for these Raiders forward still missing plenty of firepower. The injuries that they have. Gula, Horsburgh, amongst them, back on the inside from O'Neill. You hear the contact and the tackle. It was a solid shot. Now Hampton out the back. The banana kick off the outside of the boot has Rapana going back inside his own 10. He loses his footing, and they've got them camped inside their own 10.
A nice chase there from Clifford back up the inside. A little bit of enterprising play on the left-hand side there for the Cowboys, not looking to threaten the defence of the Raiders too much. They had it covered.
Namus Lewis wants it up here to just inside the Raiders 30. It's in the He's keen, get his hands on the ball. The forwards in the Raiders club, says Ricky Stewart, as Tabuai Fido goes back 5 metres out from his own line, just lopes back towards them. We've seen glimpses of what he can do. A moment last week at the back end of the game against the Sea Eagles, where he put the foot down. He went from second to third to fourth. Didn't quite reach top gear, but boy, he can scoot, can't he?
And he's got a lot of gears, like you just mentioned. I don't even think we've seen him at top speed. And an error from Kyle Felt.
No call of the ball being helped out by the Raiders, so Canberra will have it here. Good position to start this set of 6 from inside Cowboys territory, but Papali takes the carry. No complaints from Kyle Felt or the Cowboys about the way the ball spilled free from the winger, Louis. Really waits at dummy half. Williams very flat on that right edge. A bit more depth for Whitehead here, with Whitehead cutting back on the angle. He puts it down, gives it straight back to the Cowboys. Returns the favour supplied by Kyle Felt a moment ago.
Yeah, missed opportunity here. Whiten hits Whitehead back through the middle of the Cowboys, and just a simple error. And just after the Kyle Felt error, which put them in great field position.
Lovely late afternoon in Townsville, Brent Tate.
It's absolutely beautiful, and good evening to you, lads. Just watching the Canberra's body language here and the talk across the line, there is certainly a lack of it. The Cowboys certainly on top, and we see the influence Jordan McLean has had on this side. Such an inclusion for this Cowboys team, such a presence on the field, especially in that middle third.
So far so good for North Queensland, as O'Neill taking the ground here off the scrum win. Cohen Hess hasn't quite been the same player over the last couple of seasons that he was certainly in 2018, as Molo carries it towards the halfway line here. The ball coming free again. This time, though, the Raiders, who are known for their ball-stripping prowess, pinged by the referee, and the Cowboys will come at them with plenty of field position and possession to come. Ooh. Jack Whiten there. Not a classic strip.
Could have went either way. If the referee had said Molo had dropped it, I think we would have accepted that. There was a hand in there from Jack, but I don't think he was intentionally playing at the ball.
They'll begin here, just outside the 20. Smith and Astor and Tate enjoying the action live on Fox League. As McLean will play it. Robson will try his hand again from close range to get a chance right here. The back of the carry by Taumalolo. They'll slow things down by holding him up, though. Robson looking to his right-hand side. Molo out the back. Awkward one there for Clifford, who was a sitting duck for Jared Croker. Robson back to the open side, showing it. And finding Taumalolo. He charges. And the legs there with Dynamis Louis. Papali over the top.
Numbers left here was.
He went close. That's where they do go. Now Hampton, boy, numbers are right. 3 of them in each other's pockets. And Neil was there, so was Tabuai Fido. Cohen Hess amongst them. Gets the dummy half as Clifford kicks towards Kyle Felt. Up against Valentine. He was up there a long time. Kyle Felt. Trying to ride on the shoulders there of the Fijian Semi Valamate. He might have hurt himself in the process.
There isn't many better than Kyle Felt. Look at that, just like the AFL, gets his knee up in the air on Valamate and goes up and high, and the technique was great, but he just couldn't make the catch. He's landed on his shoulder. Oh, geez, he gets high in the air. He's a fair target, isn't he?
That would have been the mark of the year in the AFL had he taken that.
That was sensational from Felt. But just in attack there, the Cowboys looked a little lost. They had numbers to the left. They had 3 players pretty much hitting the same hole. A lack of cohesion early on when they've found themselves in good field position.
Felt trying to shake off a shoulder injury or arm injury. Back to the ground heavily from a great height above Semi Valame. Bate eventually play it here, 20 short of the halfway line. Was hoping for a whistle for a penalty. Now Rapina. Revealing. Goes to Williams. Coming across the field, out the back for Jack Whiten. Flat ball there for Croker, and Felt jamming in. Got to him. They drive him back some 10 metres. Almost into touch as well. Good defence of this Cowboys right edge. He's back to Whiten to do the clearing kicking. Got plenty on it, but back there to make the catch. Murray Talangi will bring it forward here for the Cowboys. And supply a ball out the back over the head of the hammer. Picked up by Robson, who was back there very quickly. They begin here in good position again. What an opening from that man, Kyle Felt.
Yeah, great shot there on Croker. Wasn't the best ball from White and put a lot of pressure on his captain. And put them also in a bad position to kick from on that 5th tackle.
Molo just outside the Raiders 40. Opening try in just the 3rd minute of the game to the Cowboys. Quick play the ball here for McLean. Sets them off on a short side raid. The kick from Hampton, touched by the Raiders, comes back to North Queensland. O'Neill will play it here with a new set of 6. Clifford for Taumalolo. Off that right foot once again, almost away there from the tackle of Young. Chopped down 5 metres out. Was there a second effort? The referee thinks there was. Set restart here for the Cowboys. Robson goes to Molo, charging hard at Young. And also to Namas Louis. There was a Cowboy coming through, taken on suspicion. Rapina was collected there by McLean. Robson puts a kick in. Boy, he'd like that moment over again. Didn't see what he liked to his left-hand side, and the ad-lib kick cost him a great attacking chance.
Yeah, the game management and that finesse and that touch at the end of their sets is lacking for the Cowboys, who have been dominant to start this game. That kick from Robson was a shocker. It was on play 2, and it just wasn't the right play. But also Hampton kicked on tackle 4 in the set beforehand and got lucky. I don't know why he put that kick in on tackle 4 when he had another one up his sleeve. So they've got to get that right, the Cowboys.
Let the Raiders off the hook, but boy, the Raiders a little sloppy to begin this game. A couple of chances now. Midfield position where they put the ball down.
We're in the middle, Canberra.
All the pressure off the Cowboys. Really just a simple drop from dummy half. Here it was with so many tackles up their sleeve. That was just a off the top of his head moment he'd like over again there, Robson, and then Havili. Just a little too casual.
A little lazy there from Havili, maybe fatigue starting this game in there in the number 9. But they're definitely opening the door for the Cowboys. As you can see there, the completions, a lot more sets for the Cowboys. They're completing at 83%, but it's not possession. Oh, they've kicked on tackle 1.
From the scrum win, Valame going backwards. A friendly bounce there for Rapina until he loses it. And they're reaching out. Hamaso Tabuai for Doe got close to getting a hand on it and forcing the ball for a try. Instead, it looks as though to be taken dead by the Raiders. Watch it again.
Their crazy play from Clifford. I know it's a set piece, but when you've built so much pressure and you've got the Raiders on the ropes and tied, you want to have the ball in hand. I mean, they got lucky. Rapina comes up with a simple error, or else they would have just handed the ball over on play 1. But they still have a great opportunity here to come up with some points, was. Well, hang on. They don't.
And on review, the bunker overturning the touch in the in-goal area. And the ruling is that it was touched by Hamaso Tabuai for Doe, and hence it's a knock on as he reached out there before Valemay got a hand on the ball.
We're only 18 minutes in. The Cowboys have kicked on tackle 4 twice, on tackle 2 once, and on play 1 they just kicked then. So I don't know what the ploy is, but I don't think it's the right one.
Well, the Hammer said during the lead up to this game, as an 18-year-old fullback, Josh Hannay's best advice was back yourself, and well, they backed his speed there. Almost came up with something. Instead, the Raiders have a 7 tackle set, and here they are. Just 35 metres out from the Cowboys line, but Parley.
Here, boys, come on, here, come on. You'll make that 4.
Really from dummy half for Whitehead. Look inside on the outside there for Whitehead. Crash ball, they were waiting for him. Strong tackle by Conley Lemuelu. Now it bounces up awkwardly for Williams. Bit of poise there to gather and kick. And then out wide, a ball hits the deck. It'll be a penalty for the Raiders being offside on the kick and inside the 10.
The referee, Ben Cummings, saying that Kotrick was offside. It was a nice kick from Williams and pressure on the Cowboys. Well, he did come up with an error, but lucky for them, the Raiders' outside men were offside.
Bratham was. Game management for the Cowboys has been a problem all year. And just talking to Michael Morgan in the pre-game, looks like he might be back next week. So a huge inclusion for him with his experience in the halves.
Yeah, Tatey, that'd be great. If they had Morgan out there right now, they'd probably be up 18-0.
Due back in round 13 from that shoulder injury is Michael Morgan. Scott Drinkwater not until round 15.
Pass on the held court.
Tom Opacek and, of course, Valentine Holmes still out of action, but Holmes maybe a chance to make it back in the regular season for the last couple of games at best.
Elliott on the ball.
And the Cowboys to work it away from their own territory. Right plays it there. Tom Gilbert is out there now in game number 6 of his NRL career. Looking for his first try. We'll have one here, an Indigenous round against the Raiders. Taumalolo, last play here for North Queensland from 30 metres out. Clifford it is, bombs away again, out towards Felt. Once again, Valemay wins the contest this time, and he's wrapped up pretty easily by Lemuelu.
Lemuelu, great chase again. He's come up with a couple of big defensive plays, and he's got great aggression, good enthusiasm. Better kick from Clifford.
Some size on the outside backs. The Cowboys with this game today. Felt, Lemuelu, Taulagi, all in excess of 100 kilograms. Here's a big outside back in the shape of Nick Kotrick. He's got Williams backing up on the inside. Hampton can run, but he can't track down the Englishman. Williams down the sideline off the back of Kotrick, and the Raiders go a long way for their first try here today.
Yeah, this is all class, and they have awoken the Canberra Raiders on that right-hand edge, and it starts with Williams and it finishes with Williams. Nice pass from Bateman. Beautiful hands there onto Kotrick, who beats Hampton. All ends up. Williams, great speed back on the inside and support. And he scores a try for the Canberra Raiders. Little Georgie Williams, crafty play. He could see the space, so could Bateman. And a beautiful pass there from Curtis Scott. The big Kotrick fend into Hampton's chest. Hampton comes back, but it's all too late. And the Raiders, they're on the board. It's taken a while, but this could spur them on.
Boy, there was some speed on show right there with Kotrick. And then Williams, he was a tall, stocky halfback, but he can run as well, because Hampton is a real flyer, has played plenty of games in recent times on the wing, and including last year for the Cowboys. And Williams had the pace to grab number 3 as far as his try tally in the NRL.
Sure did. He's a runner, Williams. Always dangerous when he takes on the line, and in that situation, just the speed, like you mentioned, was to support and beat Hampton. Hampton had to go low on Kotrick. He just went too high.
Jared Croker kicking 84% for the season, 31 from 37. And this one inside the right-hand uprights. We're locked up at 6 apiece here. Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville, right here on Bundy Rum Super Saturday. Canberra fans cheering the big fend in the face there of Ben Hampton, who kept coming but didn't quite have the speed he was gaining. But Williams, the pace that he has, able to just stride out and make it all the way to the in goal. Canberra on the board, 6-all it is midway through this first half. And don't forget our Super Saturday halftime show. Bonnie Sampson, Cooper Cronk, Nick Ennis. We'll break down the drama from so far today. Good game to kick it off at the SCG. Sunny conditions, great day here in not quite the middle of winter, but the best part of. And cracking afternoon, a clash between the Roosters and the Titans. Good game right here in Townsville as well. And a big one to follow between the Sea Eagles and the Panthers. Canberra work it away from their own end. Namus Louis will play it here just outside the 20. Hudson Young looks up and sees plenty of line speed there from the Cowboys. Ryan Sutton about to be the first change made by Ricky Stewart. There it is, Namus Louis coming from the field. Another Englishman out there, Williams, Bateman and Whitehead. As Rapana pushing up through the middle. Play it on the last. Comes to Jack Whiten. Put it in the air. Croker and Whiten chasing through, putting pressure on the teenager. And he's good there up above them and makes the catch, Tabuai Fido, and now Felt to work it away.
Yeah, great kick chase from Jack Whiten. Timed his run perfectly in defence as well as the kick. And Canberra just starting to warm up. You can feel them getting into the game. The Cowboys left the door open. Now they're starting to run through it.
It's right-hand side, Shane Wright off the hip there of Jay Clifford, but there wasn't much happening for him. Now Gilbert runs towards Young. One more here from their own side of halfway. The pressure on Clifford again. They came out to get him, and Valemay looks over his head, and then Rapana keeps it in the field of play with a piece of Canberra magic. Don't know quite how he did it, on his knees, sliding towards the sideline. The presence of mind to keep the ball in the field of play, regather his feet, and then bring it out from the in-goal area. That was pretty clever.
It was. It was awesome from Rapana, because it was a fantastic kick from Jake Clifford. It was pinpoint accuracy from the young half. Lucky for Rapana.
Sutton bouncing off the shoulder there of Taumalolo. Comes to Whiten again. Flatter kick this time around, but he picks out Tabuai Fido on the full. And the hammer will just coast out to the left-hand side. He does it so easily, doesn't he?
He just glides. But he still finds space.
It is Indigenous round, and he played for the opposition. A little bit of Kenny Nagas in the way he just moves across the field like that, isn't there?
So smooth.
Taumalolo through the hands of Clifford. Right, Lemuelu back on the inside there for Kyle Felt. Backwards is the call. Perhaps a break there for the Cowboys. Play 5. Take it forward through Gavin Cooper. 34-year-old in game 319 today. It's Clifford. He sizes things up. Goes towards this corner once again. Rapana underneath it. Felt was there. Didn't quite get there to make it an aerial contest. They've got them pinned in a corner of the field, and we'll see what they can do defensively here, the home side. Tom Starling out there now. Dummy half for Ricky Stewart and the Raiders. He's been tremendous in that role since the injury to Josh Hodgson. Work has been sharp. He's played some big minutes as well. Bateman here. 10 short of the halfway line. Williams, close hand there. He sticks it on the boot. With an ad hoc kick from close range, and Tabuai Fido goes back to hand it off to Kyle Felt, who's been heavily involved early on. He's showing some signs of fatigue.
He looks spent.
There.
He's absolutely spent, Kyle Felt. He's had a strong first half, so we can understand why. Good contact there from Whitehead and Whiten. he's going for a rest, and he deserves one.
Lemuelu. Socks down around the ankles, as always, for Connolly. It's his 4th game in the NRL, debuted back in round 6, Lemuelu. Now Gilbert at the halfway line. Robson comes to Taumalolo. Comes towards Young and Sutton. The ball spills free. No touch there by the Raiders. And this will be the last. Robson to the left-hand side. Hampton kicking in behind them. Rapiner wants it to go dead. Oh, he gets another touch. Another nervous moment in the fullback role. And he takes it dead. This will be a goal line dropout.
Yeah, nice kick here from Hampton. It's been an interesting first 28 minutes for Rapiner at the back. He's come up with some special plays and he's come up with some indifferent ones. And Coach Ricky Stewart, he goes to take off really quickly. He takes his eyes off the ball. He was going to be tackled in the in-goal area anyway, so not much different. And both sides look tired. Both sides out on their feet, but a really good opportunity here for North Queensland in good field position. They haven't been here for the last 10 minutes, so let's see what they can come up with.
Cowboys to bring it back through Tom Gilbert. You know, the one thing you know with Jordan Rapiner, it won't dead his confidence.
Love the way he plays.
He's doing it 100 miles per hour.
He loves being involved in the game, just every play. If he could be, he'd be in every play.
Full set here coming up off the restart for the Cowboys. Inside the Raiders 20. Hampton flat ball there. Maybe a little more than flat. Hess will play it. We'll continue on as Taumalolo, right then left, comes back, runs in behind Gilbert. Wants to surrender in the tackle for fear of giving away a penalty. Robson out the back here for Clifford. Early grubber once again. Croker did well. Lemuelu was the target. Croker threw himself on the ball again. A kick from close range. Tackles up their sleeve.
It's an obvious, definitely played or trained for this during the week. Again, kicking on tackle 3, like you mentioned, they've done it continuously in this first half. It's a tactic. I think the tactic should be thrown in the bin. It's cooked. It's over. Let's try something different.
Braith, the message has to come out. Put the kicking licence away. They haven't had the ball for 10 minutes down that end. The first chance they get, they're turning it over. It's just, again, it goes back to their game management.
Last one, Reece, lock in. Here, boys.
A little bit of roast Steeden on the menu for the Cowboys, according to the chef, B and Astor. Social distancing, of course, at his restaurant. When you attend, as Tabuai Fido brings it back here and plays it just inside the 30. What is your specialty dish?
Love a lamb.
No surprise.
Love a lamb. It's the Greek. Smash some plates.
I'd have been shocked if you said anything else.
Put the music on.
Love to see you dancing. Now Robson from dummy half jumps out. What's happening there as far as line speed for the Raiders? And they play it here, 40 away from the Canberra line. And play 5 here, wants this one to sit down. No pressure on Rapiner this time. Too big from Ben Hampton. Back in this playmaking role today. A little bit too much weight on that one. And again, 7 tackles. Boy, Jordan Rapiner, a bit of license there with where he took the tap from.
Stand there in the middle, hold it, Tom.
And again, I don't want to harp on it, but it was play 4 in good field position. You go one more play, you put an attacking kick in. Instead, you come up with an ordinary one like that, 7 tackles to the Raiders, and on the attack, and here comes Starling.
Jumping out of dummy half. Certainly brings a bit of spark for the Canberra. And that position doesn't he as Whiten. Comes out to the left and loses the ball. Taumalolo picks it up. Play on it is. Steps away from Rapiner. Sutton was chasing. And no, he hasn't done a hamstring. He heard a whistle blow.
Yeah, there's a knock on here against Taumalolo, who knocks it out of the hands of White. That's what the ruling is anyway. I don't think they're going to captain's challenge this, so...
We've got it off you going forward, okay?
He must think that he has touched at Taumalolo. Looks like he did.
Okay, no clock, where would you like it?
Of course, Ben Cummins in charge today. First time he's been in charge of a Raiders game since
I thought that
last year's grand final.
It's too late. It's where the knock on is.
I wasn't sure about that, was.
No 6 again
I
calls
did notice.
as
Yes,
yet.
the referee.
Hold there.
Raiders fans.
Convenient that it's in Townsville and not Canberra, but he's
Probably a good thing.
Here we go. Put it in, mate.
Canberra with a chance here from 40 metres out. Starting off the back of the scrum comes to Williams, who hands it off for Curtis Scott. There's the haircut du jour in the NRL. It seems everybody, including his right edge partner, John Bateman, has the same haircut at the moment. Some of varying lengths, but a little mini Jai Arrow right there as Whiten comes to Williams. Now Rapana, stopped there by Kyle Felt. What a game he's having defensively amongst everything else. Midway through the set, and Williams will find Starling back from the inside here for Papa, who just takes a settler.
Hold in, Marcus. Wait here, wait.
With 2 plays remaining, Starling finds Williams, hoping to get handed up out of the line quickly so he could put the foot down himself. Bateman spinning, just about away, grabbed from behind by Cooper. Last tackle here, Starling for Whiten, rubbers, pressure on Tabuai-Fidow, does well. There's no way back though, they monster him and they forced a goal line dropout.
It's a beautiful pass here from Starling out of dummy half. And this is Bateman at his best. Against the grain, unorthodox, great footwork and power. And it was the pass, beautiful pass to Whiten, which got him in a good position to put this kick in for Whitehead. Tabuai-Fidow does his best, but there is no way he was getting out of his own in-goal area.
Do you need a doctor or?
A bit of a nick on the cheekbone potentially here after that tackle. Boy, they came to get him. It was the charge of the Light Brigade for the Raiders on this left-hand side. Standing 8 count here for the 18-year-old fullback. Doesn't turn 19 until September 5. And get through the full protocol, the on-field protocol at least. As far as the head injury assessment is concerned, looks as though he is okay to continue on. Good thing for him and the Cowboys, and it gives the Cowboys a bit of a breather as well. Some of the family high in the grandstand as well.
When you're ready, Kyle.
Heritage, Tabuai-Fidow from the Sabai Island tribe, as we mentioned, in the Torres Strait Islands. The Samoan heritage as well, and the goal line dropout here goes out on the full, and a chance should the Raiders want to make this an 8-6 score line from right in front.
They're going to take the 2.
You would imagine so in a low-scoring first half right here, and Tom Starling says that's exactly what we'll do. We'll get a gift 2 points. Kyle Felt, well, he's known for his boots, whether it's dropouts, just general play kicks or goal kicks. You can reef them a long way. That time, just a little bit too much on it.
He hammered it just the wrong way. And I think Canberra would have been confident in scoring a try, that set of 6, but they have to take the 2 points and just get out to a lead. Psychologically, it'll go a long way after a slow start to get back into this position.
Jared Kroger from right in front. It's taken 35 minutes. And from underneath the black dots, the skipper gives them the lead. It's the Raiders 8 and the Cowboys 6 here at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. And the jerseys being worn by both teams. As we mentioned off the top, Cowboys jersey designed by artist William Chambers tells the story of the sea turtle from hatchlings all the way through to adult life. And sea turtles held in the highest regard by North Queensland Indigenous jerseys. And they are available, the Indigenous jerseys. You can go to nrl.shop.com. That is a pretty fetching outfit, isn't it? In this Indigenous round in round 12 of the Telstra Premiership. The Raiders, jersey designed by Reece Church, associated with the recognition of the ACT's Reconciliation Day, the only state or territory that has a public holiday for Reconciliation Day. Yes, Papali will play it here just outside the 20. Joseph Tarpon, 26-year-old middle forward at the moment. Works it forward here as Rapana follows suit and plays it just beyond the Canberra 40. Wyden on play number 5. A little wobbly old kick, bounces down a couple of times, but Tabuai for Doe can't get away from Jack Wyden. He and Croker on his left-hand side. They are just men on mission on kick chases. Always lead the way for the Raiders. Looks to be okay. The hammer after that little knock in the in goal a few moments ago. And Kyle Felder had plenty of work to do in this near side in the first half. 3.5 remaining before our halftime show with Vonnie and the boys coming up here on Fox League as Cooper plays it. Robson out of dummy half. Asiata pushing up there in supports. Getting his first chance. So it's round 4 as Hampton puts a kick in. This will sit up in the field of play. An awkward one there for Kotrick, who, unlike Rapana, was able to get there, slide in, make the catch and stay in the field of play. That's some awkward bounces here today off this very firm surface in Townsville.
Yeah, Kotrick comes across, looks like he slips, which he does, but lucky the ball lands in his arms. Been a few hiccups at the back, hasn't there?
There's Charles Nickel-Klokstad. Potentially could be back next week after that nasty finger injury. Maybe more likely round 14 for the Raiders when they take on the Brisbane Broncos. We'll see what is the case. The Panthers next week in round 13. They would like their #1 fullback back in action as soon as possible. Right to work it away here for the Cowboys. New coach Josh Hannay will be delighted with what he's seen so far from his team. They've left up too many balls at their own end to put them under pressure. As the hammer plays it, steps back to his haunches once again. Certainly not 100% at the moment, is he? Now Asiata for Clifford. Steps away from the tackle there of Wyden. Almost got away from Parley and Whitehead as well. Last tackle here. Hampton wrapping to the right-hand side. Lemuelu will die just there. He was trying to get it free. And then Rapana off the mistake. Figured it was a free play and put a grubber inside his own 10.
Oh, he's the best, Rapana. Love him.
What were we saying about confidence?
Oh, he just backs himself. Lemuelu tries to get the there's a little bit of hand. Look at the he runs out, but he puts a little rubber down, just like he's playing rugby sevens. Rapana
would have got an awful shock had the Cowboys challenged that and won the challenge, and then he puts it into touch, and the Cowboys have it from 10 metres out. Would have got a fair bake from Ricky Stewart at halftime had that been the case. Williams, another spread. So where they had their success for the try by Williams, they're only trying the first half. That sort of range, long range as it was, as Bateman plays it here. Scott on the run around with Williams. Good to see your run arounds.
You love a run around, don't you, Watts?
Love a run arounds. Underutilised in the game in 2020. Quick hands here. Wyden to Whitehead. Bends away from right, keeps it coming to Croker. Steps back on the inside, away from Clifford. Then gets an offload. Wyden another touch. They'll take him to ground eventually. Raiders with one more play here, and perhaps the last play of this first half. Williams puts it high in the air. Pressure on Felds. He'll try and do the catching. A touch there from Tom Starling. Comes to Tabuai for Doe, and that'll do it. The Cowboys work it away on this last play. Talangi tries to fend away from Bateman. They won't die wondering here. Hampton trying to stay alive. Slung to the ground there, and the tackle by Ryan Sutton. And that will do us at the break. It's a cracker here in Townsville. The Raiders at the moment lead the Cowboys 8 points to 6. We've got a good contest in Townsville. The Cowboys scored first against the Raiders. Reece Robson jumping out from dummy half, but then the speedsters showed what they could do. Nick Kotrick, George Williams linking up. He scored Canberra's first and to this point only try. And a penalty goal from Jared Croker has them in front as the teams come back out for this second half. The Raiders leading the Cowboys 8 points to 6 in Indigenous round. And we've got a terrific second half coming up here, Braith. This will be fascinating to see what can happen between the Raiders and the Cowboys. Raiders, they know they can go back into 5th position on the ladder. 7 wins, 4 losses coming into today's game. Cowboys can separate themselves from the pack of the Queensland teams who have struggled mightily in 2020, but they can pick up their 4th win of the season to separate themselves from the Broncos and the Titans, if nothing else.
Yeah, the Cowboys didn't get what they deserved out of that first half. I mean, they were resilient, they were tough, and they were in the game. Their completion rate up around 90%, but their game management was poor. That's what let them down, their fit tackle options. If they can get that right, that finesse and that touch, and those end of sets, they'll really have a chance of beating the Raiders. But the Raiders were far from their best, so you know they're going to be better this second half. So the Cowboys will have to get better.
George Williams, plenty of pressure on he and also Jack Whiten in this second half. 53 running metres, most of those coming on that backing up of Nick Kotrick. 170 kick metres as well. Jack Whiten doing plenty of the kicking down the left edge during that first 40 minutes. Jake Clifford, likewise on his right-hand side of the field, doing most of the kicking. With Ben Hampton, his halves partner, on the left-hand side here tonight, getting a chance in the 5/8 role. 7 kicks for 210 metres. We were critical at times of their choice of kicks, and when they chose to put them in, we'll see what Josh Hannay has had to say about that during half-time.
It'll be interesting to see if they do still kick early in the sets, which they did relentlessly in that first half. It didn't work. They didn't get the result they wanted. So they've got to try and change it up in the second half to give themselves a chance.
Wasn't great. Just a bit of news out of the sheds. Hamiso has been sent for a HIA after that crunching tackle, so he'll have to undergo some testing, and if he passes that, he'll be back.
Thank you for that, Brent. Of course, they used up some of that time available for the HIA during half-time, so we'll wait and see just how long it is before he returns to the field here for the Cowboys. Sutton plays it for Canberra. Tarpany to work it forward, big and rangy. An offload for Whitehead, comes back to Whiten, and works it up 10 short of the halfway line. Mitch Dunn is the player out there, and as the graphic tells you, for the Cowboys, in a reshuffle as far as their back three is concerned. Dunn spent some time playing in the centres in recent times. This injury hit back line for the Cowboys. Kick from Williams. He got crunched as he put it high in the air. Ben Hampton back there in the fullback. He is a versatile type and a real backline utility. Spent some time at hooker as well. He got hit pretty heavily there, his first catch, and after Tabuai Fido had to go for an HIA. Wouldn't be surprised here if Ben Hampton has an issue.
I think Ben would like to move back into the halves if that's okay. Not the best first touch. Hopefully he's okay though.
Hamiso back on
already, so barely 60 seconds after half-time went for somewhere around about 14 minutes as the usual break. So he's back out there. Hammer is back on deck, and Ben Hampton will be cheering about that. And Robson from dummy half. And the kick here. And Clifford coming across, right into there to make the catch. And he'll play it 5 short of the Raiders 20. So replacement fullbacks under pressure here tonight. As the Raiders get swamped here by Robson and also Asiata. Here is Curtis Scott. Now White. Comes across to Whitehead. What's happening here on this left-hand side? Really didn't do anything like top gear in that first half, the Raiders, and we'll see once they get a chance and attack what they offer. For the moment, they'll just punch it forward and get a kick in. Starling from dummy half. Comes back to Whiten again, just low through the line. Tabuai Fido back out there. Looks a bit brighter than he did when we last saw him just before half-time. Gets a fair workout, though, for his trouble once again. There's plenty of him, so he's a fair target. Now Felt. It's here for Robson. Lemuelu coming in for a carry. As well there. 106 kilograms. Here's the centre. Now Cohen Hess. A little bit more than that. And Cohen, who plays it quickly as well. Robson comes back to the middle. What hands by Asiata. Well, they're going to say he knocked it on.
Okay, where would you like it, Canberra?
Yeah, Robson went to throw the pass and he was impeded by a defender from Canberra who just tapped, I think it was Bateman there, just tapped his hands.
Yes.
And it was a knock-on from Asiata. He tried his best, but it was the deflection from Bateman and the impact from him at marker to interrupt.
Jason Taumalolo watching on, ran for 104 metres in that first half on 12 carries of the ball. Really tackle bust, no surprise about that. As off the back of the scrum, Wyden takes on the line and almost gets away there from right. Here's Rapana now from dummy half, putting the ball down and giving it straight back to North Queensland.
It was similar to the start of the first half. Whenever they got some momentum, they come up with an error. And they just had it then off the back of that Whiten run. Cowboys in great field position.
And with a set restart as well as work it forward here through Gilbert. Still taken the ground by the collar there by Papali. Just outside the 20. Hampton, flat ball there for Hess. Sutton came out of the line quickly. Oh, and now another turnover. Was it knocked on? Yes, it was. Canberra. By Curtis Scott.
Okay, Canberra.
Cohen Hess has got so lucky
middle,
here.
Canberra.
The offload was a poor one, and Curtis Scott, in trying to retrieve the offload, has come up with an error. He just knocks it on here, Curtis. There was a hand there from Hampton as well, but I think Curtis touched it first, but Ricky Stewart blows up. He's filthy. Frustrated at the moment. And this is where the Cowboys struggled in the first half. Let's see what they can do here to start the second. Josh Hannay would have had words to his two halves at half-time.
A chance for the home side to take the lead, and Clifford takes them on. Big fend there into the chest of Starling. The hooker defending in the back line at the scrum, and Clifford almost able to beat him. Set restart here.
Oh, no.
So 6 more coming up, and a one-on-one strip by Josh Papali.
Oh, what a play from Papali. A massive play. Set restart. Couple of errors in a row from Canberra, and he has saved his side.
He's run for 125 metres. 27 tackles as well, Josh Papali, and then produces perhaps the biggest play of the night to this point for Canberra. Under pressure, trying to defend a 2-point lead, and early in the tackle count, he produces that. Tremendous play by the front rower. Wyden again, low grubbering kick. Goes down here to Tabuai for Doe. Looks up, runs towards Ryan Sutton. Papali is there as well, leading the chase, and there's another knock here. Boy, it has been a tough night for the 18-year-old fullback.
Yeah, this is an awkward one. He looked to have dropped the ball too, but obviously the collision and the head knock has contributed to that. I don't think they've ruled a knock on. Let's have a look at just oh yeah, it's an awkward one over the top. Papali, no intention at all. It just comes over and clips the back of Tabuai Fido. It'll be a penalty. Papali knows straight away that he's apologetic.
Maxio.
You would imagine, having previously had an HIA only moments ago, that it would be a big surprise if he was back in the sheds once again.
Well, it's not. I don't know if it's a reportable offence, so it may not even be a penalty.
Josh.
Oh, Josh. Here it is.
I think it will be.
It's been reviewed. You come down with the forearm on the head, so it's on report.
Okay.
Forearm on the ground.
Yeah, I think just the motion, he let go of the back of the jersey and then collected him with the forearm or the near the elbow is probably the reason for it. I mean, hard to argue against.
Hard to argue against, although he won't have a case to answer. I don't think he'll be suspended for that. That's just my opinion.
No, I think you're probably right. We'll wait and see what the match review committee make of that I'll look at it tomorrow morning, but for the moment, looks as though Tabuai Fido will stay on the field. Last thing he'd wanted during Indigenous round with his family in attendance. To leave the field with so much game time on the clock here tonight. So Gilbert looks up, much intent on that carry, and he paid the price. Sutton came out to meet him, so did Whitehead. It was the English Armada who really took a toll on Tom Gilbert. Here is Papali over the top once again, with Starling involved as well. The tackle on Asiata. Now Clifford looking to his right-hand side. And fairly heavy weather. The opening plays in this set off the back of the penalty. Now Dunn. In front of the uprights, 20 metres out. Robson comes to Asiata at first receive. A flat pass there, more than flat. There was a catch and pass in the one motion situation there for Hampton. And trying to get it on to Hess. He just couldn't pull it off in time.
He tried to come up with a miracle pass here, Hampton. He had Bateman coming at him full steam ahead. And he comes up with a forward pass to Cohen Hess, who was contained anyway. Just had to take the hit there, Hampton, and again, they just miss another opportunity down this end of the field. They're completing well, not so well in the second half, but they've completed around 80 to 90%. Taumalolo getting back out there.
The Cowboys were 19 of 22 sets in that first half. And just over an even split of the ball. Valame will play it here. Starling comes back to Tarpon. Spinning there in the tackle of Gilbert. And also Clifford. There's some sort of field position here in this second half. Sliding back to the turf there. Sutton looking for a penalty, none coming. And now Bateman. Threading the tackle. It'll be a slow play the ball here for the edge back rower. Williams again. Close hand there on the play the ball. Whitehead off the inside of Whiten. One more play here from 25 metres out. Starling to the short side. Whiten rubbering, going back. That's way too big.
He struggled tonight, Jack, with his kicking game. He hasn't been hitting them sweetly, and he got that one wrong. Obviously kicked it way too hard. And again, the pressure off the Cowboys. Now, the Raiders have only been tackled 9 times this whole match as we see Taumalolo come back on. 9 times in the Cowboys 20 have the Raiders been tackled the whole game. You get the feeling if they can build some pressure, they'll come up with points. They just can't get down there.
Now Robson off the back of the good run by Hampton. Take it back inside the 40-metre line. Corey Harawira-Naira on deck now for the first time as a Raider, as Lemuelu gets a chance on that right-hand side. He'll take it to ground here, 20 metres out by the new Raider in Harawira-Naira. He's there again to make the tackle. Clifford turning Taumalolo back on the inside. Here's Asiata.
I think Asiata's the man. I think he's the one that can create an opportunity for the Cowboys.
He's spent plenty of time in recent seasons filling in the halves. Poor Paul Green in the pass. The kick here, just too big.
It's a shocker.
Not the depth on it, or the weight they were looking for, and a simple turnover here by Jay Clifford.
Well, it's just frustrating. It'd be frustrating for his teammates because they've worked so hard tonight. They're playing well. They're getting themselves in great field position, and the kicking game's been shocking. And they're only 2 points behind. I mean, you're kicking to a really fit, like one of the best targets in Kyle Felt in the game. You just got to give him a chance. Just give him an opportunity.
Game number 31 tonight for Jay Clifford in his NRL career. And now a one-on-one strip by Mitch Dunn on Dynamis Louis. It's tit for tat in Townsville. The Cowboys have it, and Taumalolo gets going very quickly. Haphazard start to the second half for both teams, but now here's a real chance for North Queensland. Right to play it. 15 metres out. Robson fires it back to the middle for Clifford. We'll hand it back inside for Mitch Dunn. After his handiwork got them possession. Hampton at first receiver on this left-hand side. Back on the inside. Asiata, Taumalolo, straight down Main Street. A set play, and it worked beautifully for North Queensland.
There it is. Don't worry about Clifford. Don't worry about Hampton. Let's go to Asiata, and it started with the strip. Really good work from Dunn to come up with that one-on-one strip. But it was Asiata inside of Hampton who finds the pass to Taumalolo. He's got great hands for a forward. Taumalolo, they hardly got a hand on him. No one was stopping him that close to the try line. And finally, they find a way to come up with the right play down this end of the field, and it was a beauty.
What a play it was by Mitch Dunn to get them possession. And then Asiata mentioned the time he spent playing in the halves in the past for the Cowboys. He looked right at home in that role there. It was like clockwork, and they opened them up through the middle. 36th try in the career of Jason Taumalolo, and big meters once again here tonight.
He's a machine, we know that. We can't say enough positives about him. He's an absolute animal, he's a beast, and he turns up every week, one of the most consistent players in the game. And he loves those big moments, just like Josh Papali on the other side. And if you can just give him a little bit of space, just a little bit of space, he's very hard to handle.
And from right in front, Kyle Feltz make this a 4-point lead for the Cowboys at 12 points to 8. 27, just under 27 minutes remaining in Townsville, and we have got a game on our hands here tonight.
We sure do. Cowboys have been great from the get-go. Their intensity, it's been full steam ahead, and they have dominated field position. Now they've found a way to find some points, and Taumalolo has the most running meters, and the first try tonight for him.
That is no shock. Downstairs to you, Brent Tate.
Yeah, it's so nice to see Jason Taumalolo not being used as a battering ram. We know the power he possesses, and to come up the nice little set play, usually we see him laying the line for a shift play, but just so refreshing to see Jason Taumalolo on the end of a set piece, and we know what he can do, the damage he can create, and it's just yeah, great to see him charge over for a try.
Working away from their own 20, having taken the lead. Dunn playing it. Hess set upon here by Bateman, and also Williams. Taumalolo again. You could tell from the moment he came back on after that little breather to begin the second half, he was a man on a mission, and there was no stopping him through the heart of the Raiders' defence. Clifford here. Longer kick this time, a good one as well, over the head of Croker. Rapiner gets to it at his own goal line though. Brings it back towards the middle, looking for space, and then it closed suddenly. Dunn came up to make it a straight line, and Rapiner hit the brake pedal.
Yeah, that was a great kick from Clifford, just the chase wasn't up to it. Nice work from Rapiner.
Right here, Reece.
Croker to play. The skipper looking for something to inspire his team here, looking for their 8th win of the season, looking for a 3rd consecutive win for the 2nd time this season. Trailing by 4. White, a little show and go. Stopped there by Wright. Came again Wright. Perhaps could have been 6 more tackles. And it will be for the 2nd effort by Shane Wright in trying to slow down the play of the ball.
Yeah, good call, right call there, Jack White. He had all intentions to play the ball quickly.
Now Williams, kangaroo mode. So he gives it off to Bateman. He's towards Hampton and also Hess. And they're 10 metres out, looking to hit back. Tarpon. Let's take it towards the upright. So they get themselves set on either side of the field. Starling looking out towards that left-hand side. Finds Sutton. Crash ball at the line here for Whitehead. Good tackle by Wright with some help from Clifford. Starling. Ooh, overshot the runway there, so Starling had to wait. Williams feigns a kick. Now he comes to Bateman, spins away there from O'Neill. Gets it to Curtis Scott, who reaches out and scores for Canberra. There wasn't much doing, but John Bateman stays alive with the ball, and then Scott the hit and spin to score.
It's been a tough start to the year for Curtis Scott, but he comes up with his second try of the season, and it's off the back of Bateman in his first game. His ability off George Williams to beat O'Neill. Footwork and that power and the fend and the beautiful pass to Curtis Scott, who just gets the ball in the in-goal area. Beautiful work. Off the cuff, instinctive. That's when Bateman's at his best. That's when Williams is at his best. And Curtis Scott gets a well-earned try in the right-hand corner for the Canberra Raiders.
His second try as a Raider, and what has been a soft start beginning to his career in Canberra, but that was pretty handy work to hold off Murray Talangi, to be able to plant the ball down without incident in the corner to level things back up here at 12 apiece.
Again, you know when Canberra get down this end of the field, they've got that class and they've got the firepower to put points on the board. They just haven't been able to get down here. And sure enough, as soon as they did, they level the scores. Big kick here for Croker.
Well, he brings a bit to this team, doesn't he, John Bateman? A little hit and spin. Nothing happening. Starling looking for options in the middle of the field. David Williams. There are plenty of numbers there for the Cowboys on the left-hand side, but that man, John Bateman, first game back tonight. He supplied a try assist for Curtis Scott. Kick from out wide, bending back to give the Raiders the lead. What a conversion by Jared Croker. Watch it and enjoy it, you Canberra fans, once again. He's got away from O'Neill, who came out of the line, couldn't hit and stick with his man. And Scott, telling the Cowboys fans just to settle down a little bit. This kick from the sideline, an absolute beauty.
Great kick from Croker.
Almost 90% through this 12th round of the Telstra Premiership in 2020. It's a seesawing affair, or mix-up here on the restart. Rapana got there to make the catch. Williams was there waiting for it underneath him, and now a problem for Jordan Rapana.
I haven't got anything there.
The contact here in the tackle.
This way there. He's up.
See him there just clutching at his jaw. Maybe he's on the right side of his face. He seems to be okay for the moment. Just feels forward again there after he plays the ball. And involved in plenty here tonight, the fullback. Here's Harawira-Naera. What a handy pickup given the injuries they have. Their forward pack with Horsburgh out for potentially this season, maybe back right at the end of the minor premiership. Likewise, Emre Gula. The Bateman back here tonight. Harawira-Naera is a tremendous pickup from the Bulldogs after his off-field situation before a ball was kicked in anger in 2020. Now Tabuai Fido set upon once again, boy, pouring down the field. Dynamis Louis had the radar locked on the young fullback, and he was looking to put him into row 13.
It was a nice take from Tabuai Fido. Whiten's been relentless down that left-hand side with his kick chase, putting pressure on the Cowboys' back three.
Robson waits at dummy half. Matches Molo back there now, midway through this second half, and likewise Jordan McLean. So Josh Hannay goes to his bench to bring the starters back into the game. Now Hess just outside the Raiders 40. Taking forward. Clifford will put it high in the air. Coming across, Rapana lets it bounce in the corner. Now there's a problem. O'Neill is there. Vision of taking the ball himself for a moment, the left centre. Rapana recovered well on a ball that took an awful bounce for the Raiders fullback.
Shocking bounce. He's been tested at the back, Rapana. He loves it, but shake of the head. He'll brush it off. And he'll bounce back, as he always does.
There's Tarpany playing. Starting ball out in front there of White and back on the inside for Sutton. So Pfizer could play the ball, and Whiten Clearing kick here, just bending away from Tabuai Fido, but on this fast surface. It is firm here in Townsville, in this new stadium, and that one just bounding much further than Jack Whiten was hoping for.
It must be a different feel for the halves, this surface, because they have struggled with their depth. I know their timing is an obvious one, but the depth from Jack Whiten has either been too short with his kicks or too long. He can't quite get it right down that left-hand edge.
Taumalolo to work it up towards the halfway line. Don't forget, following full time in this one, take it to Brookvale, the Fortress, Lotto Land, whichever name you prefer. The Seagulls taking on the Panthers. 9th versus 1st. Panthers looking for their 10th win of the season. Now right, the play here just inside the 30. Comes from Lemuelu and Clifford. Taumalolo looking to his outside, nothing doing, so he just takes a carry himself back inside the 20. Last play here, looking for a uses kick from Clifford. He puts it up, chance out wide. Felt was there again, knocked it backwards. Lemuelu can't keep it in play, and the Raiders survive once more.
Yeah, much better kick there from Clifford, giving his outside men a chance to get to the footy and possibly come up with a result. And Kyle Felt was close. He knocks it back. This time he gets it right. Lemuelu not far away, but the defence from the Canberra Raiders too good.
Hang on, and Rapana to work it away here for Canberra. Conceded the lead back in the 52nd minute. They had to wait 4 minutes before they took the lead back themselves with a try by Scott. The ball was given the green light by Ben Cummins, and now Bateman holds off Hampton, gives it to Curtis Scott. And brings it back here to play it just beyond the halfway line for Williams. Goes to Hudson Young. Little shimmy, looking for an offload. He hangs on to it. Supply a quick play the ball though for Starling to go to Williams. Not played out there by Hampton. Cleaned up here by Hess, and this will be play on. O'Neill from dummy half. So a clearing kick from Canberra, which really hurts them. And Murray Talangi will take it here inside the Raiders 40.
A great opportunity here for the Cowboys. Nice run from Talangi. That's better from Clifford, taking the line on.
Robson from dummy half. Finds Molo, goes towards Young and also Bateman. Starling still out there in the dummy half role. Really waiting for his chance back on the bench. Come back to the middle again. Taumalolo once more. Just works them to a point and gets them set on this right-hand side. Clifford again, why not? Just bombs away for Felt. A clean catch this time, but they'll wrap him up in a lime green cocoon. And there's nothing doing for the Cowboys on the last.
Yeah, well, the problem now is that they are ready for it. They know it's coming, and it's pretty much been the only play in this second half from Clifford over there to Kyle Felt, and there is a sea of green jerseys around Felt at all times.
You've got to kick for Kyle Felt. You've got to have the ball coming down on the goal line or just inside the in-goal area. As Rapana works it away, another strong carry. Still going is Jordan Rapana. What a run by the fullback. That is tremendous given the work he's done tonight. His first game in the fullback role for some 5 seasons. And here he is doing something like that. An hour gone, an hour and more gone. Big run from his own end to get them out of trouble. Williams, a little show, gives it to Sutton. Oh, what a fend, don't argue. Jake Clifford ending up on the seat of his pants. It was. And now it comes across here on this right-hand side. Bateman.
Canberra first.
He coughs it up. Yep. And it will be a changeover here. The Cowboys will come up with possession.
Yeah, well, they scored a try not too long ago on the right-hand side. This time they've come up with an error up, and what a run. 30, 40 metre run. Starling gets some momentum off the back of this. Then it was White. And that palm on Robson. He stayed on the ground for a fair while after that. Fend from Sutton.
All right. Do you need to...
Reece Robson getting
You're right.
the once over. A timely moment for the Cowboys after that massive fend from Ryan Sutton.
Just hold on here, boys.
15.5 remaining. Been a tough night for Ricky, hasn't it?
He's had that worried look on his face from the kickoff. He hasn't really been able to get comfortable at all. It's been a bit of a struggle for the Raiders.
Just gave you the impression in the lead up to the game that he was really worried about this trip. Long day, all the way to Townsville on the same day. Try and beat the Cowboys on their own patch. And then
He dropped
get
it.
out of dodge. Oh no. A mistake here from the back of the scrum by Reece Robson. Maybe he is rattled off the back of that big fend from Sutton.
Yeah, as I called earlier, it's a shocker. That hurts. And this is big. 2 points behind the Raiders, and now we know how effective they are down here. They'll be licking their lips. Whiten over the left-hand side, Bateman on the right.
Viliami Kikau, he's bopping along inside the Penrith dressing room. Dylan Walker is back. First game back since round 6 after his ankle issues. We're pleased to have him back on deck tonight. That's next, the Seagulls versus the Panthers. The Raiders on the attack. Sutton has it. Only 3 metres out from the Cowboys line. Stark dropping back. Came out quickly. Hess was there. So was McLean. To move to Namus Louis. Plays it quickly enough. Williams. Here's a chance. Rapana, what a tackle! Around the legs. Hampton got to him. An absolute try-saver. Set restart for hanging on too long, though. Williams to Louis. He'll just burn a tackle here when they get themselves sorted out on that left-hand side in particular. That's where they go now. Whiting back on the inside for Whitehead. Tabuai for Doe around the legs. White was there, so was Taumalolo. Starling looking for Harawira Naira. He'll almost run 10 metres backwards to hand it off, and then Harawira Naira coughs it up. Backwards is the call. No, knock on against Canberra.
Yeah, great hit on suspicion here from Lemu Elu.
There is.
It was a big play too. There were numbers left. Harawira Naira in his first game for the Canberra Raiders gets jammed just as he's about to receive the ball. Watch this from the centre. Bang. Hits him on suspicion. And he gets the result. But it was the tackle earlier, Hampton. He's had a bit of a tough night, but he saves a try. A certain 4-pointer from Rapana, who has been dangerous at both ends of the field. But Hampton was a huge play. A great tackle.
Okay, talk up. Hold there, mate. Keep that tunnel clear, Canberra. Reece in, Reece! Out!
Almost identical completion rates for the Raiders and the Cowboys here. 13 remaining. It's been an absorbing contest here tonight. It's teams at either end of the ladder. Raiders have been entrenched in the top 8 for the opening rounds of the season. Won their first 3 in a row. A tale of woe for the Cowboys. The coach departed. Josh Hannay now in charge, but here they are, really asking questions of last year's grand finals.
If they've got Molo on the field at the moment, I'd love them to try and get Asiata back on. I think they need him in good field position.
Make it here, George, here.
Instead, it's Mitch Dunn will come back out there. Now Hampton. Hess puts the kick in. Talangi will put pressure here on Rapana. He got a touch on it. Came off Talangi. It's going to be taken dead here by the Cowboys is the call.
Yeah, Talangi's touched it. It'll be a 7-tackle set for Canberra.
Maxie,
I think
have a captain's challenge. Knock on there, mate.
the captain's challenge
Yeah.
for, is it the Cowboys? I'm sure Talangi touches
No issues
this.
with the kick chase from the Cowboys.
Rapana is allowed to shield the ball, comes off his head. Does it touch his hand at all?
Just watching that left boot of Talangi. I think it stays inside the touch and goal line. Importantly,
Oh, it's close.
maybe
Just.
the back stud touches the line. We'll wait and see what the bunker make of that.
After it touches his head, it touches Rapana, then it touches Rapana's hand. And this will be what I think is a great captain's challenge.
Does it come down to that left boot of Talangi, which it looks as though they might have cleared off his nose?
Yeah.
That's play on.
It's play on.
If you clear his boot,
this would be a goal line dropout, you would think.
I'm not convinced the boot didn't in some part touch the chalk. That angle's from 110 metres away. And then the touch there from Rapana.
There's no breach by the North Queensland player.
They're happy with everything from the Cowboys.
Is in the field of play when he contacts the ball off his head. It then goes into a Canberra player who has his foot touching goal, which is dead off Canberra. Challenge successful.
So the Harvey Norman Captain's Challenge won by the Cowboys at a crucial moment in the game. 12 minutes remaining. Trail by 2, and it will be a goal line dropout.
And that's why we have the captain's challenge.
Yeah, and then it goes off Jordan, so we've got a goal line dropout, mate.
This is a big reason why we have it in a key moment like this. 14 points to 12, 2 points behind.
The Captain's Challenge, I think, has been a great initiative. You only have to go back to that round 10 win by the Raiders over the Roosters at the SCG when Jordan Rapana challenged a call. It was going to be pinged for a penalty. Instead, Canberra got it, went down the field and scored, and won that game in the grand final rematch only a few weeks ago. As Molo plays it. This one goes against him, though. McLean to play it. He's just inside the 20. Bench back to his feet there in the tackle of Harawira and Naira, who came out to put a shot on Reece Robson. Taumalolo standing. And take the Colossus to the ground eventually. 3 plays gone, 10 metres out. Here's Clifford, players in motion all around him. Hampton was there, but there was nothing doing. Whatever they had in mind certainly didn't fool Canberra. McLean back towards the uprights. Taumalolo does well there on a pass that was hard to handle behind him from the big front rower. And got one more here. Short kicking hasn't been their strong suit tonight. What can Clifford produce? This is well weighted. Rapana, though, gets there and keeps it in play for Canberra. Another big play by the Canberra fullback.
Yeah, great read from Rapana. The kick was a good one from Clifford. Not the best set of 6 in attack, I must say, from the Cowboys. They broke down. I don't know if it was communication or just execution on that right-hand side, but they went for that one big shot. And now Canberra marching on downfield.
Johnson Young clutching at his head, gets up to play the ball. He's back on the inside here for Papali, who stopped on his run, thinking the pass might have been forward for a moment. No call, play on. Now one. Gets the kick away, lofts one down. Taken here by Talangi.
He's been strong, Talangi. He's been impressive on that left wing.
Just on 130 metres now in the game. Leads all the Cowboys back 5. In fact, no other member of the back 5, including this man O'Neill, has run for 100 metres to this point of the contest. As Robson comes across to McLean. Johnson Young back in the middle. Starling still there. Inside the final 10. Clifford. Formage done, showing it, putting some pressure there on Whitehead. Good tackle by the edge back rower. Now Clifford, last play, looking for an opening. Kicks it into a Raider. Play on here for Dynamis Louis. Well, he's been ruled to have been offside. Playing at the ball in an offside position, and the Cowboys a chance here to level up at 14-all.
But they will captain's challenge this, and I think this is very close.
That's all right, mate.
I'm not sure that Dynamis Louis is offside.
Cowboys kick chase.
He's not.
As being onside.
He's not.
Ball's
It's
played
fine.
out by Canberra. All players are onside from Canberra. Player is behind when he takes possession.
And Ben Cummings nearly got him again. Tried.
Challenge successful.
What do you reckon they're saying in the nation's capital right about now?
Oh, he had another crack. He's come back for more, Ben.
Challenge successful. You still got one remaining, mate. Wait there, boys.
Play nice.
So no tackle there.
Okay, so again, another reason why we have the Harvey Norman Captain's Challenge. They waited until the back end of the game, kept it up their sleeve, the Raiders, and it proved potentially pivotal. It was about to be 14 all. Young play. There is Papali. Good again here tonight. Over 150 metres for the game now. Oh, big pup. Louis. Into Cowboys territory. Starling waits a dummy half. Finds Young. Probably pushing up there, but a little too early, so he hangs on to it. Last play here. Williams under pressure from Taumalolo. Just lobs it over the top. Taumalolo hands it off to Murray Talangi, and then down there leading the chase, as ever, was Jack White. Cowboys to work it away from inside their own 20. They have the firepower at the back end of the game to ask some questions of this Raiders defence.
Well, I'm not sure if Asiata is injured or not, but if he isn't, he should be on the field.
He's on, Braith.
He's on, beautiful.
Here he is now, first receiver, and he fires a pass. Boy, they got away with one there. That looked to be forward.
It did.
No call from the sideline. Taumalolo playing it. And here is the man in question. First game back from a knee injury. Hasn't been out there since round 4. Boy, now he's got an issue. Seems to be in some distress as well.
Josh.
Contact was strong. Louis around the legs there. Oh, no. Just the left leg buckling underneath him.
No.
Oh, that's awful.
He's just come back on the field. Only a few seconds ago, he come up with that fantastic try assist for Taumalolo to put them in a position to win the game, and then in his first set of 6 on the field. There it is, 1 try assist, 48 run metres. It's been a great addition back into the North Queensland Cowboys team.
Jason.
Well, the great JT, an Indigenous round watching on, as you would expect, gets a massive ovation from the limited crowd for the COVID-19 protocols here tonight. A little bit embarrassed is JT.
Oh, he's the man. Love JT.
Oh, they've had some great Indigenous players over the years, haven't they? Including Mango, Matty Bowen. 130 tries in 270 games, Matty Bowen.
How good were those two together?
Tackle 5, yep.
Matty Bowen, JT, just lighting it up here in Townsville.
Oh, this is a major concern for John Asiata. First game back from a serious knee injury. Spent the best part of 2 months on the sidelines, and we'll try and get a report from Brent Tate as to his condition. We do get him a chance before full time, and it's a sad sight for a tremendous player for the Cowboys. Perhaps his ball playing now taken out of the equation. It just gets that little bit tougher for North Queensland to snatch this one at the death. They still trail by only 2. Don't forget, after Super Saturday tonight, a brand new edition of The Fan with Vossi and Lara Pitt on deck. The kick goes up here for Rapiner. Coming down the field, WI for Doe. There'll be a penalty here for high tackle on Jordan Rapiner.
No.
The players coming together here. Jordan McLean with the right arm just collected the fullback. Josh Papali says, hey, it's all okay.
It was a second effort once he gets up here, up, and McLean picks him up right across the jaw. There it is. And you can't underestimate the work that Rapiner has come up with at fullback. Not only just to take that ball, but then to go again. Rewards his side with a penalty.
Big drama on the sidelines here, guys. I think the Cowboys have used their last interchange, so they're going to have to finish this game with 12. John Asiata was the 8th interchange with 9 minutes to go, so Cowboys are going to have to do it tough here.
Boy, so the rookie coach Josh Hannay rolling the dice and leaves his team short-staffed, as it turns out, with that injury to Asiata for some 7 minutes remaining. Now Bateman from Scott's. And the Raiders a golden chance here. Score against a 12-man defensive line and make it very tough for North Queensland. Papali runs towards Dunn. Clifford going for a right on his back. They're just outside the 10. 05 right here. Comes from Havili. Williams showing it, puts a kick in behind Talangi. No way back for the winger. It'll be a penalty though for Canberra. For a player, in fact for the Raiders, rather Cowboys being offside.
Yeah, and a decision to make. You would think they'd tap this with a 2-point lead and try and get a converted try.
Jared.
Get to an 8-point lead. And Croker's staying over on the left edge in his centre position, so they're going to tap and go. One man down, 13 v 12.
Converted try to take it out to an 8-point lead. Here is Hudson Young. They're playing for Starling. Oh, mix up there with Havili, the man he great job in replacing again tonight. This came together there in the most unfortunate circumstances. Bateman playing it for Starling. Havili, ball playing. Wyden taking them on. Good tackle by McLean, working hard from the inside. Little shove again. Could have been a set restart. In fact, it will be. Neither of them in the second half considered by the Cowboys. Starling, Papali, desperate to keep it alive. Tackled there, looked up, waiting for a call. And the call was, that's the second tackle. Williams showing it, loses his footing, gets to go again. Here's Bateman, can he do it again? Gets away from Hampton. Takes Robson, and also Hess with him a long way.
There's some space around the post if Canberra can get there.
Young gets away from McLean, staying alive with the ball, gives it to Rapina. They've got them shot to bits. Croker for the corner, has the ball ripped out. A try-saving play by Kyle Feltz. The call on field was knock-on by Ben Cummins, and once again the Raiders will use the Harvey Norman's captain's challenge.
Canberra challenging the knock-on, mate.
Yeah, Croker challenging this, saying that it's been stripped out of his hands from Kyle Feltz. That is a hard one to pick. I mean,
no intention to strip the ball from the Cowboys defender. A loose carrier from Jared Croker.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. I think Jared was really frustrated too, because I mean they looked like they were going to score for sure.
Here it is again, reaches out with that left hand, trying to stop him. Is he having a bet each way, playing at Croker himself and also the ball on the way through? The bunker doesn't believe so. A loose carry is the call. I'm sure that man and plenty of fans wearing lime green jumpers watching around the country would disagree, but
they sure would.
Cowboys stay alive here with just over 4 minutes remaining.
I think you got to go with the on-field call there. It wasn't. It was a 50-50. They're still alive here, the Cows.
Yes, they are. What have they got? Do they take a chance on their own end here with a spread to try and pick up some big meters? And it's potentially a compressed Raiders defensive line. Well, they have taken a chance. An offload there by Hess. Good defence, though, by Jack Whiten. Getting up on the shift to stop Mitch Dunn before he got going. Now Taumalolo, McLean, back to the middle. That was a pass that he'd like back. It'll be a knock-on against North Queensland.
They're going to challenge this too.
They have one up their sleeve.
Captain challenge. Cowboys are challenging the lost ball, mate.
This is a close one. Hampton and Curtis Scott go to catch the ball at the same time. Who touches it first? Is it Hampton or is it Scott? It's Scott. It's Scott. This will be overturned, and this will
Curtis
be
Scott
six
contacts
again.
The ball first into Ben Hampton, which constitutes a knock-on off Canberra.
It'll
Challenge
be
successful.
Cowboys' ball, and they are still alive.
Boy, I'll go to the casino anytime soon. I'm taking the Cowboys with me. Red or black, boys, what do you reckon? Because they call right every time. They had to, I guess, in this situation with just on 4 minutes remaining, and now 3 minutes 34, in fact. Is the time left here
The challenge now is they've got 12 players. They're up against 13. And that they opted to throw a lot of offloads that set. I think they've got to continue to do that. If they've got to try and get that extra number or create some space.
Here is Tabuai Fido. Had a tough night. Now he clutches at a knee. He's been in the wars, the 18-year-old. To Lungy to work it forward. Can't score off this set. They need their best kick of the night. Here's Hands. Clifford from Dunn through Lemuelu, who goes across to Kyle Feld, who takes it inside the 40. 3 plays gone from the sideline. What a great ball. Dunn does well. Clifford runs a long way across the field. Hampton going with him. Takes on Williams, and he'll play it here. O'Neill goes to Clifford. Back to the middle. Asiata is back out there. What a miracle. Here is Taumalolo. Where did he come from? It's 13 versus 13 again. Here's Clifford kicking on the last, straight to Hudson Young.
After all that hard work, Taumalolo nearly gets through. That was a poor kick.
My goodness, is it Indigenous round or Easter time? What a comeback by John Asiata.
He's back out there, Ross, but he does not look comfortable at all.
Oh, he's struggling, isn't he?
The quickest strapping job you've seen, it's significant as well, and he really is struggling. But as you mentioned, Brent, he has made it again.
That's tough.
13 on 13. I was stunned when I saw number 18 back out there.
Have a look at him. He can hardly move.
He's got a wooden leg. Lighton kicks it into the back of the Cowboys. Not played at, you wouldn't imagine. Crucial call right here.
Where's the middle? Get under the middle. Not played it.
And it will be the Cowboys who get possession. From around the halfway line, and plenty of time on the clock.
Here we go. Jack just trying to put the ball over the sideline. The right play for the half at this stage of the game. Put it over, kill the time, kill the game. Well, no, the game is well and truly alive. This will be the last set of 6 for the Cows. Asiata back on the field, albeit with one leg. Keep an eye on Taumalolo.
Braith, they've got to find Hamiso. They've got to get him some space.
Really haven't given him a chance tonight. He was on the outside of Hampton there, but Hampton takes it back towards the middle. So a full set here from just outside the Raiders 40, and this will decide the game. Harawira and Naira up quickly there on McLean. Freshest Canberra forward on the paddock. Good job there defensively. Here's Taumalolo. He takes them on. Scored their try to give them the lead earlier in the first half. From Robson, it comes to Jake the Peg. Hampton, O'Neill, out the back. Tabuai Fido was there. He knocks it on, and it looks as though Canberra will sneak home here tonight.
Great defence from the Raiders. Not the best attack there from the Cows, and they had their chance. They had their opportunity, but all to no avail.
Bateman will take it forward. McLean here looking for a one-on-one strip. 20 seconds still on the clock. The Raiders need to be careful, but
Ricky Stewart would just want to get the Raiders to the airport, get them on the plane, and get them home with the 2 points. Look at him. He wants to get the hell out of there.
You might already be thinking about the massive game they have on the road again next week against the Panthers. The ladder leaders, tonight they have been stretched below full strength and below full revs as well, but Canberra has hung on to beat the North Queensland Cowboys, their 8th win of the season. At full time here in Townsville, they've beaten the Cowboys 14 points to 12.